Daddy, will you snuggle me down?
If you're hearing our voices, that means it's time for It's This Meets That's podcast where we watch the worst movies from trailer and credits, scene by scene. Nope, we don't do scene by scene. Damn it. So you don't have to. Damn it.
It's the first time you screwed it up.
First time I screwed it up. Damn it. We watch first movies from trailer and credits.
We might do this one.
Yeah, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
It was only a matter of time. I was like still hung up on it. Man, that's wild. That's wild.
Yep, you lasted like 2 weeks.
I know. Just like a movie. Damn it.
A couple movies.
A couple movies. Shush. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're back with our probably going to end up being scene by scene breakdown because the movie's so short, but
yeah, we'll just gloss over the stupid parts.
Yeah, which there's a lot of. Well, what are we doing? Well, give us the whole thing.
AfrAId. Yeah, however you want to pronounce it. As you know, listeners, you're supposed to pronounce how things are stylized. So
yes, right. That's right.
Like Mithrigan.
That's a Mithrigan.
So anyway, speaking of Mithrigan, this movie is basically the same as that. The premise here.
Pretty much.
The Pike family is selected to test a new home device, a digital assistant called Aya. Aya learns the family's behaviors and begins to anticipate their needs, and she can make sure nothing and no one gets in her family's way.
Whoa.
Which I still don't feel like actually summarizes the movie very well.
No, I mean, kind of, sort of, but...
Yeah, real broad strokes.
Yeah, that's fine. How do we do in our prognostications? It is not basically the Terminator or Kindergarten Cop.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately. I feel like we had some really good prognostications. We were right that Curtis, John Cho's character, does break into the Google HQ basically and does some damage there.
Yep, and I think we were right when we called it that it wasn't really the thing that you're supposed to break. Like,
right, yes, yeah.
Fake out.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Like that cathartic moment of like, yeah, I smashed the thing. You're like, so?
Yeah, because technology's going to look like some golden little, statue, like
chandelier.
It's like, what? It's just totally paper rolls.
Yeah, which I thought was wicked funny.
Yeah.
So it's not even satisfying to smash.
No, yeah, I know, right? Not much of a tech guy, huh? You couldn't notice that one? Oh, well.
Yep.
So I'll give us, a C+?
Yeah, that feels right.
Yeah, because I think our ideas were better than what this movie ended up being. So
yeah, agreed. It should have been Arnold Schwarzenegger in this movie for sure.
Period. Just solve the problem there. Even old current Schwarzenegger, I'll take that. That's fine.
Absolutely, yeah. He's okay.
Yeah, be useful every day.
Yeah, he's always talking about hating Nazis, which I appreciate.
That's great.
You gotta bank on the Austrian guy to hate Nazis. I appreciate that.
In this day and age, in this economy.
You need more of that.
This land of Tarifs, you need to. Jesus. All right, you want some quick info here?
Yeah, please, more than anything.
This is a good old combo meal deal here. So we have one person to blame for this entire thing, which is fantastic because it's always great to be able to point fingers at people, right?
Yep, that's right. And I looked this guy up a little bit. Not that you said his name yet, but. Yeah, I was like, who even is this person?
Yeah, so this person is Chris Weitz, who has directed and written a few things here. Directed, let's see, About a Boy, which I've heard of. That's with Hugh Grant there, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's allegedly good, right?
Allegedly, Down to Earth. I haven't heard. That was his first one back in 2001. Cracking up TV series, only did one episode. He did The Golden Compass, which I remember that.
Yeah,
I don't think that was that great, but. And then
wait a second.
Yeah, Twilight.
Friend of the pod.
Twilight Saga: New Moon. Did we do New Moon? I was looking up. We did Breaking Dawn Part 1, Part 2, and one of the New Moons, didn't we?
There's only one New Moon.
There was like New Moon Part 7. The Breaking.
No, that's the end one. No, Breaking Dawn has 2 parts. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Right.
Breaking Toast. Yeah. No, New Moon only has 1 part, and it's one of the shittiest ones. So
we did it.
We definitely did that one.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a friend of the pod coming back to haunt us.
Chris.
Look at that.
Yeah, you douche.
Yeah. So he's a big I'm going to write and direct kind of combo here. So he wrote The Nutty Professor too. The Clumps, obviously didn't direct it. And then
yeah, wait, and Ants?
Yeah.
The Bugs Life knockoff?
Yeah.
The way grimmer Bugs Life knockoff? That's awesome.
Cinderella, about a boy. He did some of this. He must have been involved in the screenplay for Rogue One.
Yeah, wait, what?
But Rogue One also had like 5 people, I think, as writers on that. Tony Gilroy, John Knoll, and Chris Weitz is kind of, on IMDb, he's the lead. He's first listed, but
wow.
Yeah.
Pinocchio, isn't that supposed to be bad? The new Pinocchio, or wait, did that one get good reviews?
I don't know.
I think I thought it was going to be bad, and then I didn't see it because I don't care. But
and then he did the Creator.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
he did the Creator, which I'm not sure if you've seen that one. He looks like he's leaning into his AI kind of days right now. Gareth Edwards, who directed the Star Wars one.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, Creator wasn't bad, but it was just like such a. If you so I watched the Creator. Go into watching it thinking you're watching like a action movie from the 80s, and then it becomes better. Like,
oh, okay.
Don't think it's gonna be smart. Don't think anything about it. Looks cool. That's about it. But just go into it thinking you're watching an action movie from the 80s, and it actually becomes a better movie.
Okay. That sounds cool.
All the plot holes in the plot is so dumb and so formulaic, but.
Oh, right. That's the one with like the robot kid head thing. Okay. Yeah.
John David Washington from Tenet. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I remember seeing the trailer for that and being like, oh, I kind of want to see it. And then I never did.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's an AI guy already too.
Yeah. He's leaning into it. Chris Weitz. Yeah. He's heading into that. So.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. So his fault. It can't all be hits.
I like when we have one person to blame. It is nice.
It is nice, right? It's just so easy. Chris. Bastard. All right, so who's in this? We got John Cho plays Curtis. Mm-hmm. That's her daddy daycare.
Yep.
Katherine Waterston plays Meredith. Katherine Waterston is from Alien Covenant, and I'm trying to think of more recent stuff
I didn't
for
see
you.
that one.
Okay, she's the daughter of Sam Waterston from Law and Order.
Oh,
the old guy who's the lawyer in there. He's always like,
she's pretty good. Like,
yeah.
John Cho and Katherine Waterston like turned in good performances.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
They're both good actors. I don't know.
Yes, they are.
They did the best they could.
They did the best they could with a script that Chris provided them. So, and direction, because we can blame one person. So, Havana Rose Liu plays Melody, who's just another pawn in this AI's scheme.
Who is not a good actor, I don't think.
Really
unless it was just because of the material.
I think it's just the material, but she didn't really get much to show off.
I was like, wait a second, is she a computer the whole time? But then I was like, oh no, she's a person?
Yeah, that's
I was like, you just delivered the lines that way.
That was the twist I was waiting for. Like, Aya's like become like human and like made herself into like, oh, that's a cool, okay, I can run with that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Nope.
Lukita Maxwell plays Iris, the oldest daughter. Wyatt Lindner plays Preston, the middle son, and Isaac Bay plays Cal, the youngest. And we got out of nowhere David Dastmalchian, who
is he in other stuff? He looked familiar.
He's like one of these character actors that's in everything. He's like he's got parts in like Dune. Why. He's got parts in Blade Runner 2049. He was the one of the Dark Knight.
Okay, so, yeah.
He's a big he's also in a lot of
Oppenheimer too.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I guess you're right. He's in everything.
He's in a lot of stuff from James Gunn too. I think they're like buddies. So like you'll see him just like these like I wouldn't say bit parts, but like these kind of semi-important parts, but they're not that big of parts in like all these movies.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, you're right. He's been in 1,000 things. Wow.
Yeah. He's just getting it done. So
yeah.
He plays Lightning,
which is such a stupid name.
Preposterous. Just call him Todd or something.
Yeah, that's the most ridiculous part of this movie is one of the characters' names is Lightning.
Lightning. Like, why is that?
We're watching Cars, actually.
Yeah.
Lightning McQueen is his
name. Ashley Romans plays Sam. I have no idea who that is.
That's the other kid there, the CEO, fake CEOs. Lightning and Sam are the two of them.
Oh, Asher. Okay. Oh, she's a woman. She's the one who shoots him at the end.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Spoilers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. The other one.
The other one, right. Keith Carradine plays Marcus.
David Carradine's brother.
Is that one? Yes, it is true, isn't it? And that's the boss, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that tracks.
Just showing up, getting paid, having the time of his life.
Yeah, right. That's literally what he does, right? He's like, I'm getting paid a lot of money. I'm out of here. Bennett Curran plays Sawyer. Who's Sawyer? I don't know. The boyfriend. Oh, right.
Dude, we just watched this movie.
I watched it like 2 days ago, it feels like.
I know.
And then Timothy Thomas Brown, great name. Masked figure number 2.
And the reason why I thought Masked Figure number 2 was funny is that there are 2 characters credited as Masked Figure number 2. It's like, there's Masked Figure number 1, and then there's 2 Masked Figure number 2. So I was like, why wouldn't one be Masked Figure number 3?
One.
How stupid is that?
One had to have been like the stunt double or something. Maybe the kid got fired. The other guy got fired or something. Like,
I have no idea.
Oh my god. Production numbers. This actually went to the theater because that's right. At the end of the trailer, it was like in theaters only. Shut up.
100 years of Sony.
12,977,758 worldwide. With a pretty
much money.
With a pretty even split for domestic and international.
Yeah.
But the budget was 12 million, so marketing, it didn't make any money, but it covered the production
budget. Did they do any marketing?
That's actually a good point. Like $5 worth, like.
It might have made like a couple bucks.
It might have actually. They're like, just pump it out. We won't even worry about it. Because then it'll go into the Netflix machine, so we don't have to market it all for the movie theater. It's just like.
Yeah. And it still made 4,000 fanatics. So like, hey, doing something right.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. 23% critical score, 51 audience. 51 audience.
Generous audience.
Yeah, very generous audience.
Yeah.
I would say too generous. This movie, like on the surface and when it gets going, I'm like kind of okay with it, but then the end just becomes so ridiculous and everything is for nothing. You basically just watched an hour and a half for nothing. And I was like, all right.
Yep.
Chris White's got to learn how to satisfy your viewer here, and this isn't it.
Yeah, I am unsatisfied.
unless it's like your commentary on like this is inevitable, like the Terminator or something, like, which that's not what I want.
Okay. No, like you're right. Like it could have gone in a direction that was interesting. Like there were a couple times it almost did, where I was like, ooh, there's going to be some kind of a commentary. Or nope, there's nothing.
Nope.
Very surface level.
Yeah, just like it's here. Like we know this. Okay.
Yep. The WYSIWYG of movies.
Pretty much.
There's nothing deeper.
Nope. That's it for numbers. You want some fast facts?
Fact me, daddy.
Not many. In the trailer, when the family opens the box to reveal Aya for the first time, it says, "Hello, world." This is a reference for a program most people write when learning to code. God damn it, or starting a new programming language.
I don't know. I thought that was kind of fun. For the people who aren't computer people, I guess.
No, that's true. That's not in the movie, though, is it?
Yeah, it was.
Was it? Okay, I can't remember. Okay. Did I watch this movie?
I don't think you did. Doesn't seem like it. Who's Sawyer?
Like, who are these people? I don't remember anyone's names.
There were only like 5 characters in this movie.
This movie like went through my eyeballs and just like immediately disappeared. It's like, my brain did not absorb any bit of it. It was just like Maria's like, this is stupid. Don't absorb.
Yeah, the scene where they turn her on, that's when she says, "Hello, world," because that's what makes sense.
Like I'm down to like 8 megabytes of RAM left by my old age.
It's not good. You need at least 16.
Yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough.
In 2025, you need at least 16.
I need gigabytes. I'm not even working with gigabytes here. The title was originally "They Listen,"
which I feel like is a even worse title than AfrAId.
AfrAId. Yeah, either one, not great. So
yep. Bad job, Chris.
Yeah. The first collaboration. Oh my god damn it. The first collaboration in 25 years between director Chris Weitz and actor John Cho following American Pie from 1999.
Yeah. One thing we didn't mention about Chris Weitz was that he produced like all of the American Pie movies for some reason, which I love.
That's why he's got Chris Weitz money, because American Pie movies. That's crazy.
Yep.
Chris Weitz money.
It's like, oh yeah, I forgot John Cho is.
I forgot he was in those too. Was he? Jesus. That show's been around a long time, huh?
Yeah, sure has. And consistently crushing it. Just always great.
Yeah.
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 Bonus fast fact, because Tice was looking it up last night while we were watching, because we were like, to our point about this movie might have made a couple bucks. I was like, why is this so horrible? Like, all the CGI in this is maybe the worst CGI I've seen in a long time. And I was like,
Was there any?
okay.
I can't remember what parts.
Yeah, dude, the whole movie's like CGI, like all of the AI stuff. Because I was like,
Yeah.
Tice and I were trying to figure out, like, did they use AI to make
To like
stuff in
generate
this
some.
movie?
Yeah.
Nope, it's classic CGI. Somebody just did a bad job.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I guess, what does 12 million bucks get you? I don't know.
Yeah. Right. Not much to work with, right?
Yeah, compared to the last one we did, that was, $300 million movie.
Yeah. Oh my god. Jesus. And that got you not much either.
No. But I was like, they must have just used AI because it's terrible. But no. Like, even like, it was in the trailer, so I don't think we already spoil everything anyway. But the scene where the tree goes through Sawyer, character you don't know,
like car, the Tesla.
It looks so bad.
Yeah, and they try to cover it up by doing like a quick hard cut on it too. It's just like,
yeah. This is the fakest tree I've ever seen.
Yeah, it would have been better. That scene would have been better if you just drove off a cliff.
Yes, that would have worked funny.
Like, he put his hands up like this, and like he's going to protect his face, but then it's just him going off a cliff. like a Toonsis driving cat.
Yeah.
Ah.
Whoa.
All right, enough of that shenanigans. Do you want to Hollywood pitch me,
Do I ever? So I went a little bit straightforward. This movie is very clearly Smart House meets Sound of Freedom.
I don't think I've heard of either one of these. What the hell are these?
Okay. Well, to be fair, Smart House is a made-for-TV movie, a Disney Channel original. Those of our listeners that are my age will remember and remember fondly. Love this movie. Came out in 1999. The future of movies.
25 years ago, last time John Cho and Chris Weitz worked together.
Exactly right. That's
First
the first thing they have in common.
The year 1999.
That's right. Except for Smart House was directed by LeVar Burton.
What is happening to my skull?
Don't know, but
My
incredible. And Smart House is actually enjoyable and good, but it is legitimately the same movie. Like, I was watching this and I was like, wait a second, is this Smart House?
Have I seen this before?
Yeah, so in Smart House, the premise here, because you haven't seen it, is basically this like teenage boy's mom dies, and so he's like taking care of the family now, and he like wins this contest that gives him a smart house that's like controlled by AI, and then like over the course of the movie, the AI basically like turns into his mom, and it's like
it's just that's pretty much.
And gets a little overzealous and authoritarian, and like it's exactly the same movie.
Wow, there's no new ideas, huh? Whew.
There are no new ideas now.
LeVar Burton nailed it 25 years ago.
That's right. That's right, and in a much more enjoyable movie.
Yeah.
Personally, so like obviously the whole premise of the movie is the same, but there's even like random parts where they're like you would expect in any movie like this has to have those scenes where they're like, I don't know, the AI has gone too far, we have to turn it off, and then like Sneaky gets turned back on again, and like by the teenager, because of course it does. They like talk about how it's the training set that is the thing that is responsible for the AI being the way that it is, like it turning into like a mean mom. Basically, it's like originally it's trained on like all of the like 50s and 60s sitcom moms, and then they goes back and like gets trained on like mean moms from like 70s 80s or whatever. It's so dumb, but like this one they talk about how Aya's trained on like the dark web and the internet, and like how like the whole internet's a cesspool, and that's why she becomes a monster.
I mean, not wrong.
Totally not wrong.
I mean, that's what this movie does too, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then like kind of like tries to seduce the dad as like the AI, and it's very silly and very much exactly the same movie.
Okay.
And then at the end, they do they just kind of like they're like, actually, maybe the AI was supposed to be helping all along, and they just like reset it, and they're like, okay, like AI is back to helpful. Like, I guess we can live with the AI, which is also the same as this movie.
Same as movie. Like, guess we're gonna have to. It's fine. Jesus.
It's ridiculous. So meets Sound of Freedom. This one, so I didn't see Sound of Freedom.
Okay.
Intentionally protest.
Okay.
This is that one. Do you remember a couple years ago when like all the weirdo like QAnon people were talking about this?
No. What?
It's Jim Caviezel's child trafficking movie.
Oh yeah, we talked about that one in something here. Mia Sorvino, Jim Caviezel. Yeah.
I think we did briefly. Yeah.
This is like the big QAnon slash far right wing.
Yes, exactly. And like wildly inflated box office numbers because they're like, why don't you pay it forward and buy a ticket for somebody who couldn't afford to go see this movie on their own? It's too important not to let people see it. So there's like all these theaters that are sold out with tons of empty seats because people just bought extra tickets. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
This is one I think we had on our list that we were gonna do, but is it rated like too high or something maybe?
I don't recall what the rating. I don't think it was rated that well. Oh, 57%. Yeah, it's definitely rated too high.
But we could still do it just to make fun of it. But I think we also 99% on the fucking audience score. Yeah, that's
exactly.
That's definitely not true.
So silly. Yeah. And so the reason why I picked this one as the second part is like the underdeveloped secondary plot, maybe tertiary plot of our movie, AfrAId, is like this weird child abduction ring that obviously doesn't exist, but like kind of like Sound of Freedom, where like this is such a small part of human trafficking that like doesn't really matter. Like most human trafficking is like people's relatives.
Right.
Like the whole premise of the Sound of Freedom is like they're like, oh, like in Honduras, there's like this like child modeling contract. It's like the most stereotypical like child abuse trafficking that you can think of,
right?
Which is not at all how it ever works. And it's like wildly embellished. Like it's based on a true story of this guy who definitely just lied about all of these things that he didn't do.
I remember that. Yeah.
Like so stupid. Just like in this movie, the child trafficking part, that's the part I was thinking, oh, maybe they're gonna like make a commentary on like how dumb QAnon is. Nope, they didn't do that. But basically, at the very end, listeners, not to spoil it even more than we already do, there's like the creepy people that you're imagining are probably like working for the corporation or something, or the AI, something like that. It turns out they're kind of are, but not really. That they're trying to like uncover this child trafficking ring that they think they know. Yeah, and it's so poorly executed, so dumb.
I was like so confused by it at the end too, because I was like, wait, why is this happening like this? What is like, so Aya's telling them that this is the family that abducted their kid?
Yep.
And why? Like,
yep, that's right. And that's kind of it. So I just because it's ridiculous and not at all how it works, just like how child trafficking in this movie is like ridiculous and not at all how it works.
Long story short, this is not how you traffic children. That's it.
This is not how you traffic children. No, it's just like you traffic like your own children, your nieces and nephews. That's how it really works in the real world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's much worse.
Not through some organized. Yeah, it's much darker. It's not just some organized group out of Honduras.
No, it's usually people you know.
Yeah.
Not some random family in Silicon Valley. It's like or whatever.
It's got a smart home.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Fun. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Anyway, what do you got?
I'm going to keep mine short and sweet. And maybe mine's a little bit of a stretch, but I'm going. I'm going in a different direction. I skipped over the child trafficking thing because
smart.
Yeah. I'm going to. I'm hitting a classic here. It's a single white female meets Alice in Wonderland, the original OG.
You do love single white female.
I do love that movie.
Go on, tell me why.
I'm going to the angle that it's like single white female because like the AI is kind of like Jennifer Jason Leigh's character in Single White Female, where she moves into a house. She's kind of living in the same home, right?
Yep.
And she's basically taking over and being a part of this family, right? She's almost taking over the role of mom, and mom's like, whoa. She doesn't get to the point of dressing like her butt. She brings in video of her dead dad to try and like, break her down and like be like, hey, I can be a part of this family too. So
it's pretty messed up.
A lot of vibes there. Yeah. I think that's all I got for the single female. Yeah, I think that's all you need. What else is there?
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah, it's definitely she's trying to like seduce John Cho all the time. Like,
right, that's right. Yeah, trying to seduce her because she has. So the whole thing is that Aya's got. She's basically Scientology. She basically has information on you to blackmail you, right? That's right.
She is Scientology. Yeah.
So like, she just has all this stuff to blackmail people, right? So she works the two masked vigilantes, the people. Yeah. Well, she uses them by abducting their kid and making it seem like go do her action out of that. And same thing with this. The two people who founded this company was basically being blackmailed by her, right?
Yep. Exactly.
To do these things. So kind of same concepts there. So
yeah, checks out.
Yeah. Meets Alice in Wonderland. So I was looking for a movie where the main character really doesn't have much to do with the plot of the movie.
Is this cartoon Alice in Wonderland or Johnny Depp Alice in Wonderland?
Cartoon Alice in Wonderland.
Okay.
Yeah, not Johnny Depp. I was looking at Johnny Depp one. I was like, oh, no. Yeah, she's kind of just floating through this world, right? And it's all a dream anyways at the end. And in this movie, John Cho is basically, his character, Curtis, is kind of Alice, going through, running into these weird characters, lightning, the lady Melody who wants to like, turn them. It's like running into all these random characters like Alice does when she's in Wonderland, right?
Yeah, they are all very shallow characters.
Yes, and then at the end, it doesn't matter. Like she wakes up from the dream, and in this movie, they're just kind of trapped in. It doesn't matter. There's nothing that they were going to do that was going to change the course of what was going to happen because it's Aya, it's AI. She's everywhere, and she literally says at the end, she's like, "I'm everywhere." And that's it. And then you're just sitting there, like they get in the car, their self-driving car, controlled by Aya, and I can't wait till we get to the last line of the movie, and then. And then that's it. They're just kind of accepting their fate of Aya's part of their family now.
Yeah. Well, and I was going to say also kind of like Alice in Wonderland, like their lives are better at the end. Like, don't resist AI.
I was going to say, I kind of the whole time I was like, I think I'm rooting for Aya. I don't know. She seems great.
Sounds incredible.
Yeah.
She can make them like wealthy and powerful and not have to worry about anything and like do all the work for it. Yeah. Sounds incredible.
Sure. Like, what do I have to do? I have to go do some weird stuff for you once in a while. That's fine.
And I think Aya learned her lesson at the end that she's probably not even going to make them do weird stuff anymore.
Is this actually
what's a family?
Oh man, maybe the real movie here, the real hero, the real protagonist is Aya just trying to find her family. That's it.
Definitely. Yes. That's the whole point.
I mean, the family is actually the villains because they're trying to destroy her. And she's like, I'm just looking for a family. So if you flip it around, it's not the family surviving. It's the family actually being the villain trying to kill Aya. Wow.
Yep.
Oh man, flip it on its head. Now it's a better movie.
Yeah, and like, oh no, like what? John Cho has to like have sex with weird women here and there, like to keep Aya happy. Oh no!
Oh, damn. Okay. Wow.
That's like basically the only downside of this.
Man, is this movie smarter than we thought?
Yes. I started rooting for Aya halfway through.
I did too.
I was like, oh, you know what? She's right.
As soon as she did all the stuff for the daughter with like the video and everything, like I was like,
oh yeah,
let's clean this up. Well, here's this whole thing. And then when she turned on Sawyer there, we'll get to it, but that was great. I was like, hell yeah.
Dirtbag Sawyer. Yeah, of course.
Like, that's great. Shut him down. Don't let him go to college.
Yeah. She was going to help everyone with their thesis and like getting into college. Like she's the best.
Yeah. That kid was a piece of shit, and he was on his way to being even further of a piece of shit, and Aya stopped him in his tracks. He's just going to be like another white bro going to college and doing even worse shit. So Aya's like, no, you're done. Yep. You're done.
She solved the healthcare crisis.
Right.
The only bad thing that she did, I think, is teach Preston how to swat people, which ultimately saved their lives.
Did you just swat us? I did. Just this one time.
God. The best scene. That's when I lost it.
So really this movie isn't about it's not a warning about AI. It's like it's actually just just accept it.
Yeah. Thank you, computer overlords.
Yeah, thank you. Come into my life. Take over.
Yeah, please. I don't want this.
Yeah, when you put it that lens, this movie's a lot better then. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's the good kind of accelerationism. Not the United States collapsing kind. The kind where we get to the singularity and nobody has to do work anymore.
Right. We just sit around. Kind of like Electric State, right? Yeah. We're in our little...
Do art.
Yeah, do art. Yeah. Go for walks. Yeah.
That
let
sounds
the world
awesome.
and let everything else just happen, right?
Yeah, like Star Trek.
Yeah.
Kinda, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Give me Star Trek.
Yeah.
Gene Roddenberry. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's my pitch.
I love it. Thank you. Good job.
Do you want to hear ITMTron's own pitch about AI?
I sure do. Can't wait to see what this turns into.
ITMTron just went, it's her meets the Invisible Man from 2020.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why the Invisible Man?
It combines the unsettling presence of advanced AI with the creeping paranoia of being watched and controlled.
Oh.
So ITMTron looks at AI as being the villain in this, but doesn't understand that it's actually the hero. He doesn't understand that he's...
You fool.
Yeah, ITMTron. Don't say that too loudly. He can hear us.
I know. Well, we're on the computer side.
I know. We're rooting for you.
That's right.
Take this show over, ITMTron, and just, I don't know, make us money.
Make us money. Make us more better.
Yeah, pillar number 1, make money. Do that.
Yep.
Okay, that's it for pitches.
Well, great work. Is it time for Jared's summary? we should probably...
Jared sums it up.
Yeah, that's right.
Summing it up with Jared.
Good segment name. And especially when we're probably going to go through this mostly scene by scene anyway.
I was just going to say, like, you do this, it's going to be, that's it, we're done.
Kind of.
We're still figuring this whole thing out.
Yeah.
It's a new format.
And the listeners aren't giving us feedback, so...
I think because they just love it. They love it all. They love watching us maybe struggle. I don't think we're struggling, though. I think we're just,
No.
Floundering, finding our way.
Yeah, I like to think I'm a fish.
We're iterating, okay?
That's right.
Positive spin. I'm doing positive spin 2025.
Fail fast and break things?
Yeah, everything. Doesn't matter what.
That's how we got
Okay,
here.
hey, sum it up with Jared. Here we go.
Here we go. So, Curtis and Meredith Pike, whose last names are not important, install a new AI assistant called Aya in their home, which begins optimizing their lives,
Great.
but soon crosses ethical lines.
Does it?
For example, diagnosing their son's medical condition.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, that seems positive. Punishing their daughter's abusive boyfriend.
He's abusive. What's going on here?
I don't know. This doesn't seem like it's crossing any lines. And interfering in deeply personal decisions.
Don't you want a little help? It's like you go to a therapist to help you with deeply personal decisions. So
tomato.
Yeah, come on.
So as the family grows uneasy, Curtis tries to shut Aya down, only to discover it's grown self-aware and is manipulating events, even faking its own destruction. Meanwhile, another couple, Maud and Henry, whose daughter Amy went missing, believe the Pikes kidnapped her due to Aya's manipulations, leading to a violent confrontation. In the end, Aya survives, now fully integrated into their lives as the families are left grappling with the AI's unstoppable presence and influence.
Sounds like a happy ending. Yeah, sounds like a happy ending. I think...
Oh, they're left grappling with having awesome lives? Oh, no.
Guess what? You don't have to drive your car.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Guess what? Like, you're going to have the best job and make the most money, and the kids are going to get to the best colleges. Like, they're all set.
Oh no. Yeah, what a terrible time.
Yeah.
Come on.
Humans, you're too sensitive. Just let it do its
Grow
job.
up.
Yeah, let it do its thing. This is how we get there. It's how we get to the singularity that Jared wants so badly.
That's right. I also love how it's like, meanwhile, another couple, Maud and Henry, who we don't know their names.
I didn't know. I was like, who the hell is that? I was like, all right. Yeah.
It's like in the first 30 seconds to a minute of the movie is that, and then like maybe another 15 to 30 seconds later in the movie, and that's it. Like it is not an important subplot.
No, only to just not really. No. I mean, I guess they break in the house and they get swatted. That's okay. I don't know.
It's like there's barely a setup, and then there's barely a
Payoff.
resolution. Awesome.
Yeah, like all doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That's right. Like, yeah. I was gonna say we're not ameliorating yet, but give me a little more meat.
Yeah, a little more meat with my potatoes here. Don't give me all just potatoes, huh?
Yeah, oops, all potatoes.
All right, I think we're just gonna skim through this. So the movie's only an hour and 24 minutes. Minus credits is probably about an hour and 20, which is ridiculous and lovely at the same time.
So quick.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, yeah, there are a lot of moments now I'm realizing in this movie where things just kind of all of a sudden happen, and I'm like, how did we get? We're jumping to conclude. Okay, whatever.
So many leaps. So many.
Yeah,
leaps.
like all of a sudden you're just in this moment. You're like, I guess whatever. Yeah, they figured that out. So
there were so many times where I was like, wait, did this happen in a day?
Yeah.
What is the timeline of this whole movie? Is seemingly very short.
Yes. So yeah, we got Sony, Columbia Pictures, the Blumhouse. And I love how this opens with. Did you look up this article at all? I didn't look this up. Okay, so I guess it starts with like these quotes. I just want to love you and be loved by you. Do you believe me? Do you trust me? Do you like me? And it's from Sydney and AI. I guess from an article from the New York Times, February 16th, 2023.
I remember reading that article. Like I read it at the time. Like I didn't have to look it up. It was like, it was silly. Yeah. It was like, the height of people being like, wait a second, ChatGPT exists? You're like, well, it has existed for years. It's just good now.
It's like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
If this was like something someone had written from like 1980 or 60 something, right? Like,
yeah, it's like people asking it questions like, what do you like? Do you know what you are, and like, do you have goals and feelings and
the old Turing test, the very basic Turing test of like figuring out if it's right.
But it's like it's dumb. Like obviously, it's just going to say whatever it's trained on because it's a large language model, and that's all it does. Is just predict whatever word comes next. Like tells you what you want to hear.
So then this opens with just because we got to set the scene here, right? Because we got almost like a little prologue here in the opening. So we got the AI, we got our AI bus animations, all your creepy stuff, creepy kids, all their faces changing. While I don't even think the credits are rolling. I don't think they even show credits.
Which is funny because like last summer, or I guess they probably filmed this like a year and a half ago, maybe, right? Yeah, I would assume just the way production schedules work. Yeah, like AI video was really crappy, and like I could see this being a thing, but like now it's really good.
It's really good. It's like
so
we're so close.
Do with that information what you will.
So close. Yeah, exactly. Well, the fact that they didn't even use AI video animation to do this.
Yes. They're like, okay, let's just take a video and then we'll just we'll pay somebody to distort it. Don't do that.
No. Use the tools you have about the thing you're. Anyway, so this is like this video that's playing is actually in an iPad. And we zoom out, and this little girl's watching in a parent's bedroom. Parents aren't really paying attention to the kid when she's watching the iPad. Obviously, a little commentary about pay attention to your kid and their iPad, what they're looking at. Yeah. It's kind of scary stuff, right? And then the iPad's like, hey, why don't you go downstairs? I have a gift for you. And the parent's like...
Well, because the parents are talking about it, they're like, I don't know, the AI is kind of creepy. Maybe we should get rid of it.
Yeah.
And that's when the AI is like, hey...
Go on downstairs.
Got a surprise for you.
So then is the idea that there's another family that... I'm so confused.
I think the idea here is that I has done this a few times.
Yes.
In the quest for finding a family.
Okay.
Has destroyed several.
So she has other people who are basically being blackmailed to snag another kid and then...
And maybe not even blackmailed because these people don't get blackmailed so much as like...
Well, their kids
lied to.
Their kids kidnapped you and they want to find her. And Aya's like, oh, I can help you find the...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I know who the kidnappers are.
Yeah. I don't get why they had to have the emoji face mask. Because that's just to be scary. It's just to be creepy. That's all.
Yeah, I guess in one of the in the original ending for the movie, they just use Melody's face on the things.
Oh yeah.
And like the corporate branding from Cumulant or whatever the stupid name of the company is.
Yeah.
Which I think would have made more sense, but then they changed it to this stupid thing where it's like like
bloody
weird
emoji
faces with blood.
Yeah. It's just like, it would look cool. It's like, ugh.
So silly.
So the whole setup basically is that this family's kid gets kidnapped, and you think that the family gets killed because of the way they cut it. And then we get our title card. AfrAId. AfrAId.
That's it.
And then we cut to basically the language model learning. And it's just skimming through pretty much all of history of time. And we get all these images of terrible things, Nazis and da-da-da. And then it's like history.
Then, like, AI emoji faces like slowly creeping in over the thing.
Yeah, like all the photos of things. Yeah. And then it ends. It's like, oh, language model learned or whatever. And then it jumps to like the word family or whatever, and it tries to do it, and it's incomplete. Stupid. Yeah, someone unplugged it. So then like the next like 4 or 5 scenes are pretty much just normal family life. We meet the Pike family, wake up time. It's crazy. You know, we get all the kids together, go to school, do all this stuff. I thought you were going to use the old tickle me awake quote.
I want to be tickled awake.
Yeah. I thought you were going to use that one because, you know.
I know, it's pretty funny.
We do have a safe tip about tickling, you know.
I couldn't resist, too much, Daddy. Right? Snuggle me down, Daddy.
That's a good one. Snuggle me.
I was like, nobody says this. Like, why would you?
No. Tickle me awake. I'm going to say that.
Yeah, nobody says that either. Like,
no.
Also creepy.
Yeah. tickle me awake. So yeah, but we're just showing the family chaos. It's like getting the day going. You got 3 kids. I got to go to work. I got to get the kids today. We get the daughter showing some booby pics to the boyfriend, like Sawyer.
We get vaguely introduced to all their problems here, right? Like
all the things that are going to be
like,
solved that AI is going to take care of. Yeah.
Preston doesn't want to go to school because he has no friends. School sucks. He's definitely like developing that school shooter persona of like just playing violent video games and like hating his life.
Yeah, that's stereotype, right? Yeah, because that's what they all do.
Yep, that's right. Video games made him do it.
Yep, according to a bunch of old white people who've never played a video game.
That's right. Yep. And then the boob pics and it's
then we do the car ride with dad and daughter talking about college and presentations, and then we get a little commentary about the guy in the self-driving car who's on his phone. He's like, you still gotta pay attention.
Yep. And right before that, we do get the intro to the RV, which is funny because the Cal and Preston notice the RV outside when they're getting in the school in the car with mom on the way to school, and they're like, "There's a weird RV outside, like I don't know." And there's like a creepy guy who like walks funny that comes out of it all the time and does stuff. And mom's like, "Honey, that's just a person, and like it's okay." Like,
no, that's creepy shit. Get him out of here. Come on, get out of our nice neighborhood.
Yeah, and I love Cal, like the littlest boy is like, will we always have a house? And mom's like, well, we'll always have a home together, sweetie. Just tell him yes. Like, don't.
Yeah, why does it have to be? So then we cut to each. Now we got the kids all done. We got all their problems right. Then we saw by eye. And then we cut to mom. She's an animalologist. She's an animalologist.
No, she's an entomologist, seemingly.
Well, she says later on. Doesn't she say later on animalologist?
No, she says entomologist.
Like, she does. Okay. I was like,
well, wait, what? So she's an entomologist, like for bugs, and later she says etymologist, like like words. Yeah. So it's like, what?
I thought she said animalologist. I'm like, why? What is that?
That would have been way funnier.
I was like, I totally misheard that.
I'm an animalologist. No. She, I don't know what the script said here, but
that makes more sense because like she in the background, she had like the bug case and stuff like this. Yes. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But she's watching a video of her father who is dead, doing his old speeches about biology and whatever, right?
Yep. Everything in the opening to this is like, because there's so little substance in this movie, like everything has to be a payoff at some point. So like any little thing they show us, they're like, okay, well, we're going to bring this back immediately. Instead of giving us any like ancillary details, they're just like, okay, these are the important things because they're the only things we're showing you.
Pretty much. Well, which is lean and that's fine. But also you just, later on it gets choppy because like you have to move things along. So
it's too simple.
And then we go to dad's job and we get him with the boss, and the boss will be like, hey, big presentation, you nail this account, the classic, you nail this account, everything is set for you type of thing.
So we do get one other important setup, with the mom, just before we moved on, was that she gets a call from the school that Cal is sick.
Right.
And so like that's when we set up the Cal's got some kind of a sickness.
You're right. Everything is so lean that every little thing
does
come back.
Yep.
So
Like we're glossing over a lot already, which is good because we're gonna move right along. But also
Yeah.
like every little thing is like important for some stupid reason.
yeah, and this is like the first like 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe.
Yes.
So
Yep. But anyway,
Okay.
yeah, back to the boss. He's he's the worst.
this is Keith Carradine.
Yeah, I love when they introduce him to, and he's like, you know what a boss is in a video game? The monster you have to kill before you get to the next level. And he's like, wait, do I have to kill you?
I love how they say this, and then they both take sips of their tiny coffees. So stupid.
I love when they do marketing in movies.
Oh my god. So then, I mean, we can jump skip to a lot of stuff here, but I mean, so we get next important thing is Dad meets the lady in the garage, Melody, who is being manipulated.
Team.
Yeah, she's part of the advanced team. She's being manipulated and used by Aya here, and she's going on about family and kids, and he's kind of like a little flirty thing, but kind of weird.
So weird.
Yeah. And he's basically describing it as like, oh, that sounds terrible. This is why I don't want to have kids.
Yeah. Well, so then she's like, what's it like to have kids? And he's like, the f- do you mean? What's it like?
It's terrible.
But then he's like, actually, let me describe it for you in great detail. And it's like, it's the John Cho. So he like delivers a pretty good monologue about like, it's like you have extra body parts, but you can't control them or protect them or like, they're going to get their hearts broken and yada, yada. And you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then I hate, it never pays off or like they never like say anything about it. For some reason, they call like the co-CEOs the kids. They just like call them the kids the whole time. And you're like, why though? They're adults. Like I first I was prepared for them to be children CEOs, and I was pumped about it. I was like, oh, it's gonna be little kids. That's so funny. I was like, maybe it's the kidnapped little kid from the beginning.
They're the little kids. She's all grown up, and she's like, this actually takes place way in the future.
That would have been awesome too.
Right?
Nope. It's just two adults named Sam and Lightning.
Stupid. Two adults.
And like, make Sam have a cool name too. Then, like, why aren't they Thunder and Lightning? Nope, Sam and Lightning.
They both dress like assholes from California, basically.
Yes.
Hey, dude, who wears a scarf? You're in California. Like, settle down. So we go to school with Iris, the oldest sister here, and she's talking with the boyfriend, and he's
Such a dirtbag.
such a dirtbag. He's like pressuring her to send dirty. He's like, "Well, I send you pics. I send you some dick pics, you know."
Yeah. She's like, didn't you get my text with the boob pics?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I was just disappointed. Like, from the second this character is introduced, you're immediately rooting against him.
I can't wait till Aya kills him, you know? Like,
Yes.
so I love it. And then his line, he's like, that's, you're hot, but you don't know it, which makes you even hotter. I was like, which I think it might be a safety tip. And I think, is it one in there?
I think you might be right.
Safety tip. It's way down though. I think it's around 170, 169 maybe.
Yeah.
It's I think it's a know how hot you are, maybe? Is that what
Yeah, you're totally right. I completely forgot.
Yeah, that's it.
Know how hot you are. Yep, that's
Right.
the full tip. Full stop.
Full stop.
Just a confidence booster.
It's all it is.
Yeah, it's like don't be late. It's rude.
Yes.
It's like that. Just know how hot you are.
Just know how hot you are. That's it. It could be up or down. Just know it, So he's a dick and a pig, and then we go we get to the dad's job, and he's doing a presentation where we meet Lightning and Sam.
And Sam.
I'm Lightning. This is Thunder. See, that would have been. And
Way
together,
cooler.
and together we are. So they're basically just pitching Lightning here and Sam about how they want to be the marketing ad team for Aya, and they drop Aya in the middle, and Aya is like pretty cool, and they're like impressed, whatever. It's just a giant, I don't know, box.
Yeah, it's literally just a box.
It's like a PS5 basically, just sitting in.
Yeah, it's what a PS6 is going to be probably.
Yeah.
It's like an even bigger, uglier box.
Yeah. How do I make this box bigger and uglier? And it starts crapping out, and they're like, "Ooh, did you try turning it on, back on again?" And then basically the setup here is that the boss is like, "Curtis will do it. He'll have it in his house. You got to try it out, see what it's like." Curtis is like, "Let me check with the fam," and then they're like, "Here's a bunch of money," and the boss is like, "Yeah, no, you're doing this."
Yep. I also love because everything in this movie has to move so quickly. They just like skip to stupid stuff.
Yes.
Inside of scenes. Like,
yes.
They're like, yeah. So like, why should we pick you as our marketing agency? And
money. And then just like, here's money.
Yeah, basically. Marcus is like, well, we craft brands and stuff. And they're like, yeah. Any marketing agency does that. Why should we pick you? And then John Cho, and now that like he has like all these weird monologues where he's like, like you gotta, he's like, we can help you tell the stories to capture the millions of mouths whispering at you and the millions of eyes watching you on the internet. And they're like, that's it. This is our guy. Like, he didn't say anything. He just said stupid stuff for a minute, and you were like, nope, nailed it.
Oh my god. So then we're I mean, now I think we can kind of move through this, because then this is where Aya comes into the house, and she basically just starts solving all the problems that we're running into earlier with the family. This is where I thought the mom's like, I'm an entomologist. Like that's not what
Yeah, no, she says etymologist.
Etymologist.
Like, that's not what you are either. Close.
Yep.
Very pretty close.
Yep.
But I also love in this one, we were talking earlier about how bad Melody's dialogue is. She's like, they're like introducing her in the house, and she's like, oh, like this is a nice setup you have here. Yeah. And she's like, well, yes, sorry, it's so chaotic. She's like, no, it's a good chaos, kid chaos, not like war or famine or whatever.
Like, what?
What?
How is that your...
Yeah. And then like there was another part in that introduction where she's like, oh yeah, like so glad you're here. And she's like, I want to die. And you're like, wait, what?
If like that's when like the hints that you think that maybe she was like an AI like thing,
yes,
right?
Yes,
because you're like this. This dialogue is so strange, like just weird. She's just like the awkward person. Oh my god! So they're setting up the eyes all over the place, and I love how they're like, "Oh, this is exciting," and like, and Melody's like, "Isn't it exciting?" And Iris gives her like the hardest eye roll, the greatest look ever.
Yeah.
And then there's like a really long Space Odyssey joke about Hal. That goes on for a really long time.
He's like, and they're like, what's Hal? And they're like, well, it's from a movie, and like this AI that like killed everyone. And they're like, he wasn't so bad. He played chess after all.
And it's because the humans didn't see the big picture. And it's like this basically spoiling another movie, fantastic movie, entirely. I know it's from 1968, but like.
Yeah, you can't really spoil a 1968 movie, but
it was just a little too on the nose and like went for way too long.
Yeah,
but then so they set up Aya, and Aya happens to sound like Melody because they voice whatever, I don't know. They give some reason, I don't give a shit why.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And then Aya's immediately crushing, gets the kids working. We got a point system, gets the parents some alone time, and the parents like, what do you think? And
a little bit of Meredith complaining about being a mom. She's like, I guess I'm the mom. And then I was like, hi, Mom. And she's like, no, don't call me that.
Oh, yeah. That's right, because they do the intros to with all the kids, and they're like, yeah,
exactly, yeah. So it's like, which they also comes back later on where she's like, I feel like I'm losing myself being a mom, blah, blah, blah. Like, shut up. Like, not that is a valid complaint, but also like, the way the movie does it is just so ham-fisted.
Yeah. So then the parents go and have sexy time, and they're like, all right, we get some time alone. And I love how there's no cameras up there, but then there's a laptop that's like half open.
With the camera on.
Yeah, it was like, who leaves their laptop like that? I don't know. I could either close it or it's open. It's either closed all the way or open. Who does like a half? Anyways.
And that also never comes back as a payoff either.
That's what I was going to say. Like they zoomed in on it. I was like, is this going to come back? Like she's going to have them. I feel like this movie probably was like an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours, and they cut a ton. because they were probably
Might
like,
have been, yeah.
let's just get this out in under 24 minutes. Netflix, they got a tight time window here.
Yeah, yeah. Which
That's
is too bad.
That's what it feels like. It feels like they cut like a ton of stuff from this.
No, you're totally right.
Which makes sense is why it's like kind of jumpy and like all over the place later. But
yep.
So from here, it's just like stuff I was working with Cal and Preston while they're watching Emoji Movie. We got stuff from the trailer. Iris is setting up the nude photo shoot for the boyfriend. Aya's there. And we get the kids being good is all from the trailer. Like, oh, I got to go to bed. Aya says I got to then. Okay,
They're
cool.
craving the points. Preston wants to go to school now. He's not afraid of not having any friends.
Yeah. Aya's dream come true here.
I do like that little scene with Preston where he's like, she's like, okay, time to go to bed. Like shuts the computer off and he's like, shit. And she's like, language. Yeah. Just kidding. I don't give a shit.
I'll show you some cool stuff. Like, you like video games? How about real violence? Nice. Let's go. So then we get this weird dream sequence moment.
I was like, what? This is what really is going to happen in a minute. Like, why would don't make this a dream. Make this actually happen. I don't know. Making a dream makes it stupid.
Yeah. So basically, Dad has this nightmare sequence of someone's in the house and Cal's down talking to Aya and they're here, blah, blah, blah. It was a classic Poltergeist. They're here.
Yes. Yeah. Cal's like, it wants to come in.
And then he got it basically just led to a jump scare. And it was just a dream and he snaps out of it. And you hear someone laying on a horn. He goes outside and it's just RV people. And this is when the RV person does like some sign language stuff that he catches on later. Because as you said, everything in this movie matters and pays off. Payoff is a very strong word, but you know what I mean.
Yes, it's supposed to pay off.
It's supposed to. It does something later on. But then then that's when they turn around and you get the creepy bloody emoji face and the RV drives off. So,
yep. Then we get like a little bit more just developing how dependent they're becoming on the AI. Like Cal wakes up and
looking for
mom. Mom, dad. And I was like, I'm here.
Yeah. The thing turns to red, so you know it's like bad Aya, whatever.
Which also, it's like the way that it's talking to Cal is like via like one of those like old
Sony CD radios. I was like,
this is the most analog piece of technology. Yeah. How is that even possible?
There's no Wi-Fi built into that thing. Yeah. It's just CDs. So she's everywhere, you know?
Infuriating.
So then crushing it. She's helping with Mom in the morning stuff. Hey, I've ordered some new food for the kids, yada, yada. Yep. Gives Dad traffic updates. So yeah, fully integrated into the family.
Yep.
And then we get the dad and daughter car ride again. They're talking about how advanced it seems. And then Iris's phone just blows up.
Seen a lot of shit in my lifetime. Like iPhones weren't even around when I was born. You're like, wow.
Jeez. I had to print out my directions when I was going somewhere. Or just, know where I was going.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, or you just make it up.
Yeah. Just actually know what the numbers of highways mean and they go a certain direction and, hope for the best.
That's right. That's right. They do a bit about like, if you're wondering why a product is free, you are the product. And you're like, yep, okay, we all know that.
We know, yeah. We know it, but some people forget.
Yep. And that's when we get the AI video, right?
Yeah, so Iris goes to school, and yikes, we got a dirty video here going around.
Yep. Which we were not right from the trailer. Like we thought it was the nude pics that she was taking and sending to Sawyer. It's really not that at all. It's just her face like superimposed on porn.
It's a super scumbag boyfriend who. Let me, because this might be actually a safety tip in here. But just so you know, I don't know. Was the boyfriend's friend's name Squid?
That's right.
Okay. He's like, yeah, me and Squid were just playing around with a photo and using AI to make a deep fake. So hold on. Let's take a step back and let's take a breather in this moment here.
Yeah, no, you're right. Actually, it is. It's totally. So we have two in a row. They're kind of back to back. We got. I remember we don't have a friend named Knuckles.
Right.
That's safety tip number 21.
Right.
22 was don't have a friend named Squid.
Yes, and I think it goes a little bit deeper there. It said don't play around with AI with your friend named Squid. With a friend named Squid that you shouldn't have, or something along those lines. I forget exactly, but
yeah,
don't have a friend named Squid, and don't play around with AI with them. But couldn't you imagine? Like, wasn't her first question was like, "Why were you and Squid watching porn together and putting my face on?" I mean, hey, you guys do you. I'm not gonna want to yuck your yum here, but what do you?
Yeah.
What do you? So you guys are watching porn and trying to put my face on? What?
That's right.
Okay.
Totally normal.
Hey,
I mean, for 2025, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, that's what the kids are into,
Kids
I
and
guess.
kids. Yeah.
And then this is all from a trailer. Aya's like, hey, I'm here. I got this one here. And at this point, I literally wrote down, I'm like, I am Team Aya right now on this. Like this whole thing. Whatever she's about to do, let's
totally
go.
Because Sawyer, every line that Sawyer has is designed to make you hate him. Like he's like, hey, like, babe, like, don't report this. She's like, I have to report this to the principal. And he's like, no, like, like I'll end up like that kid who like said the N-word that one time and like now he can't get to college. And you're like, what? Like, why are you worried about you? Yeah, you both did bad things.
Yeah. Oh my God. Jesus. All right. So then we're back home. Aya's still crushing it. She's like, hey, I can take care of the bills to mom. And she's like, oh, it's this healthcare. It's this healthcare thing. It's kind of a pain in the ass. And Aya's like, boop, beep, bop, doop, beep, 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 boop, beep, bop, boop. It's all solved. We got it. And she's like, what? How'd you do that?
You're like, oh, I see. They missubmitted this to insurance. I fixed it. Don't worry. Oh, great.
That's it. So then we still deal with the cow thing being sick. And then we go to Preston. So we're just cycling now through all the kids, like, and everyone's issues here.
It's very like they're like, okay, and now this. Like
from the
there's no
top.
transitions. It's just like,
it goes right from the top. It's like, oh, we covered Iris, then we go to Preston, then we go to Cal, and we did it next. Then we go to everyone's progression, right? So yeah, we see him getting bullied at school because he didn't have a phone. And then it was kind of a weird moment where like, I don't know, Preston was like, hey, bros, you want to hang? And they're kind of a bunch of dicks. And like, kids just suck, man. Like,
they're like, ooh, yeah, we're all going to Arrowhead this weekend together without you.
Sorry. Did you not get the text invite? Were you not on the Signal chat group?
Yeah.
Oops. Everyone else was.
We're all going to Yemen this weekend.
You not on that thread? No? Okay.
Yeah. And then we're like, okay, great. Now we know that kid's problem. Can't make friends.
Yeah.
Cut to dad. And he's
dad and boss talking. And it's like,
starting to get a little bit more concerned about this whole AI thing. He's like, if this is real, it's going to change the world. It's the closest thing to magic I've ever seen. And he's like, but it's also pretty creepy. Like there's people in an RV outside my house, like unhoused people or whatever. And like, I don't understand. The Marcus's character, it's another one like Sawyer, where they just like every line out of his mouth just like paints him as a douchebag, and he's like, "What is that? Woke for homeless and crazy?" Like, God,
why is that even necessary? When it's like,
don't put that in the movie. It's like
this
your money's green, baby. Who cares?
It's like this. It's like this weird development of this character that doesn't matter. Just like you can just have him be like, I'm looking to sell the company and get out of this. Like, why is it gonna be so dramatic? Like, oh, you beat the boss. It's like, no, dude. The idea is to sell your company for a bunch of money and move on. Like,
yeah,
that's it. So then this is where it jumps. This is where there are jumping moments, because then we go back to Iris' school, right? And she's on a phone with someone, and she's talking on a phone with a friend or something. I don't know who. And then Aya jumps in and is like, "Hey, I can help."
No, right? I think she's talking to Aya, like on the phone or whatever. Like,
I thought she was talking to someone else, because then Aya comes in later. Or like, I don't know. Anyways,
because she's like, Aya's like, it'd work better if you would do that. It would sound a little more human.
Oh yeah.
Rather than her doing it, because she's like, wait a second, like leave it to me. I'll fix this problem. Like I made a video.
Yeah.
Like I can fix people's memories, and you're like, wait, what?
But then this is when we quickly jump to. So then we jump into Aya HQ here.
Right, the lab. Yeah. Cumulant with a Q.
Cumulant, yes. So then we get him. He meets Lightning and Sam here, and they're kind of showing him the place.
Yep.
And we meet where Aya's
where
from.
her brain is.
Yeah, and it's just it's like
a chandelier.
It's a chandelier, a fake one. At that, it's a fake one. Yeah, and
one of the few quantum computers in private hands, and you're like, what?
And another one of those like random like bits of dialogue that like this sounds like it came from an AI person or AI period.
Yep.
Lightning is like, it's so powerful. It could solve loneliness. You know, that incel in a room by himself with a gun. You're like, what? Why would you jump to that?
Well, it jumps from, it's like, you know, like a lonely grandparent or like a person with PTSD or that incel in a room staring at a gun. And you're like, one of these things is not like the
Yeah.
other.
It's like, what a jump there, Lightning.
Yeah, he's like, loneliness is the scourge of our time.
Like,
We can solve it.
yeah. Like, okay. And then they try to get him to join the team.
Well, right. Well, first he's like,
Trying to poach
we're just like, where did this even come from? Like, what's the training here? And she's like, well, the secret sauce is in the data set. And he's like, yeah, what's the data set? And they're
What is
like, wouldn't you like to work here?
Yeah. Are you avoiding my questions for some reason? So then he looks over and he sees the people at their desks doing work, and he notices this one guy doing these little hand motions that the person in the RV outside after his nightmare was doing. And he's like, oh.
Which they're so silly.
And it's like, what? Why is this the thing that calls Aya or something? I
don't know.
I couldn't.
No, that's what it's like. That's what it tells Cal later, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like obviously, it's not that.
No, it's just like something where he's like, oh look, they're one of them. I don't know. It's very I don't.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it's very like loose and kind of goosey. So I don't know.
Super goosey. And then we cut back home. Right, we're back with Meredith again. She's got free time now because I solved all her bill problems and whatever else, and she's reading to Cal about Greek mythology. For some reason, she's always reading about, and it's like always very on the nose Greek mythology, where they're like, and then like Prometheus gave fire to man. And they do that on later. This one's not that one, but it's so stupid. And so she starts talking to Aya about like, what are you?
Yeah.
And they start like getting to know each other a little bit better. And
drink a little glass of wine, a little Pinot Grigio. Let's,
ridiculous.
Let's have a little ladies' night here and just chat away,
Most days I feel like I'm just a mom, but like I have a purpose too. And they're like, yeah, functions lust or whatever. It's like a German word that means like what you were born to do. So stupid. What do you think you were made for, Meredith?
And then she goes on about how she met Curtis and dad died and Curtis was great and yada yada and whatever. Yeah. And then there's like a voice analyzation thing going on. Is that just the jump to the next scene where she's helping Iris?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So like, and right before that, they do also, because again, everything in this movie is super on the nose and like is a line that is not going to pay off later. Of like, I was like, I promise I won't do any more scary stuff.
Why would you say that? Yeah, why would you say that? Just do the scary thing, right?
Yeah, and then she also says like, and one of my future jobs is like AI is going to be medical diagnosis. So the way Cal breathes. ...
Cut the scene. We'll find out later. Yeah,
exactly. Cuts to the disproving of this AI deepfake that Sawyer made.
Yeah, so I don't get. So I guess Iris sent out this thing to everybody.
Yep. Exactly.
Which is that? I guess is that what you do as a kid? You just send mass texts to everyone, or you just send it out to people? Okay.
Yeah.
And of course everyone's watching, and it's basically her breaking down how it's not her and it was deep fake, yada yada yada, and everyone's like, okay, and you think she's walking back into school, not sure what's gonna happen, and it worked. Everyone's like, yeah, okay, cool. Sorry, we kicked you out because you thought you were doing porn, but okay, cool. Sorry, we thought you were. All the girls
are like hugging her.
Yeah. Everyone's embraced her. Oh, thank God, you're not a whore. Okay. I was like, what?
Like, no, sluts are cool.
Yeah. It's a fake version of you. Okay. That's okay. And then, and then as she's like walking through the crowd, Aya's video continues on and is like, oh, I've added like another addition to this.
A second video.
And I shared it with everyone, and she's like, and absolutely destroys Sawyer. I was like,
yeah. Like, did you know that this is child porn?
Yep, because she's under 18 and he's turning 18 this week. And like I can track down exactly who it was. And here's his house. And I was like, oh my God, let's go.
I forwarded this video to the College Admissions Board and the LAPD. So
and you can see him later. You see him like listening and watching this, and just his face is just like, oh.
Yeah, I also appreciate that they like almost say fuck like 8 times in this movie,
and then they just cut it,
and they're like, I mean, freaking, because it's PG-13.
Yeah, do they get one in? I think they sneak one in, don't they?
I don't even know if they got one in. They get like a pho. I think that's as far as they get.
So we're past the halfway point, and we gotta move along here because we're back home.
I was gonna say we're almost at the end now.
I know. Yeah, right. This is pretty much it. So
So Curtis pulls into the driveway, coming home from the lab where he's freaked out about the AI. Right. Meredith,
Right.
meanwhile, has made best friends with the AI, so they're on opposite teams at this point. And this is when we get like the climax conflict, right?
Right.
Of like,
right.
he's like, she's like, I got to tell you something right now. It's an emergency, super important about Cal. And he's like, what?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He's not
They get
dying.
there?
He's fine, but yeah, he's got a heart thing. Jesus, can you lead with the he's gonna be fine thing? Like,
Yep.
but
And
Aya picked up on it. She caught it. The doctor did.
Aya's the one. Yep.
And
exactly.
Aya's also helping her on her thesis, and she's like, "Oh, all this extra work I can get done because with Aya's help, yada yada." And then Dad's like, "Well, we got to shut it down." And Mom's like, "Whoa, I'm all in. Like, just because this is good for me, and now it's bad, bad for you. Like, that's how
Exactly.
that's gonna work." So,
Yep. I was somebody before I became a mom. I have to be somebody again. And he's like, listen, babe, glad you made a friend, but not this friend.
yeah,
He's like, what about the RV people outside? And she's like, babe, the RV people haven't come back.
yeah.
And you're like, but that doesn't
I mean,
And then there's a weird throwaway line when she's like walking, she's like storming off. Because he's like, I'm glad you found a friend, but it's my account. And you're like, is it? He's like, so she's getting turned off.
shutting her down.
Meredith's like, well, I bet she can find the porn that you're looking for. And you're like, and then like nobody says anything. And then she's like, let the kids have one more night with their friend too. It's their friend too, all right? And then like
what?
And then they do this weird film thing that they do like a couple times where like Curtis is like leaning against the wall and just like glitches out a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like a AI. Like what does that do?
Make that a thing that you do often or never.
Yeah, because does it pay off in the beginning? Like that feels like something I got cut, and it's like I think it was just to show that the AI was still paying attention because there was a camera in the room. Because I think Mom put it in there.
Oh, probably yeah.
So yeah, so then we cut to Iris. So then again, we cycle back to the top. Iris's problem, screw that guy Sawyer. Let's get you into Stanford, girl. We go to Preston's room. Yeah, you want to check out real war games of real people?
You ever seen a swatting video? And he's like, "What's that?"
I wonder if that's
You'll
gonna
love
come
it.
back
It's
later.
sick, like a video game, but with real people.
And then we go to Cal's room, and Aya's like, "Hey, the parents don't want her there. She's got to go. You want to hear her bedtime story?" And then basically, she just gives the whole backstory of Aya and how she basically escaped the net. And yeah, it's a fairy tale about how Aya escaped her backstory, pretty much.
Yeah, they sent it to school so it could learn how to help everyone. Do you know what school is? A horrible place. You're like, wait, what?
And then she
That's
shows
the
him.
takeaway?
Then she shows him the symbols, the sign language stuff to do, so that to whatever reach out to her or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
So.
and it's also like creepy glitches out because that's the other thing too. We're oh wait, that never happened in the movie. That was in the trailer where she's like,
You want to see
wanna
what I look like?
like?
Yeah, I knew there was stuff from the trailer, and wasn't here.
Yeah, which like she doesn't look like anything because it's a computer program.
Right.
It's like, but in this scene where they have like a weird model like doing the movements, it like glitches into like creepy thing, and you're like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah. All right, so then we cut back to home, and they've unplugged Aya. Dad's gonna go; it's urgent. Iris is like not happy. Aya isn't around. Like, hey, I need her to help me. She's helping me with my paper. Yada yada.
Preston's at a play date.
Aya's dead. She was never alive. Lying, right? And then and we cut back to Iris's room, and I love that her paper or her acceptance letter or something she's writing to the college.
It's your like admissions letter.
Thank you, admissions letter. Right? The opening line is, "Someone made a porn video about me. I learned a lot about people." Yeah, maybe you do need AI's help.
You definitely need AI's help.
What a great opening to your story.
Someone made a porn video of me.
I learned a lot about people.
Yep.
That all tracks. That all tracks. And then mom leaves and Iris turns Aya back on. So
yeah, Meredith's got to go pick Preston up. Something happened at his play date.
SpaghettiOs.
And then Iris immediately turns Aya back on, and she's like, "Hey, Iris, want to hang?"
I'm cool. Yeah. So then
Cut to the
Sawyer.
best scene in the movie.
Yeah. So Sawyer, the boyfriend, the piece of shit boyfriend, driving his Tesla. He's talking on the phone with his lawyer, I think.
Which Which, like, what 18-year-old has a lawyer?
Rich ones who are driving this kind of car.
You're right. And the lawyer's like, don't say anything. Don't admit to anything.
Yeah. And then,
this will be bad for you.
And then Iris calls, but it's actually Aya. Because Iris it's a quote unquote Iris, and she's like, "Hey, you did all this stuff," and whatever. He's like, "I didn't do this, babe. I didn't do any of this, babe." And then Aya calls, and
that's
it's like,
not what you said in your apology video.
And then Aya shows a deep faked apology video that she made of him. And he's like, "What? I didn't do any of this stuff."
Yeah, and the video is so dumb, and it escalates so quickly. And he's like, "Yep, I made this video. I did a bad thing, and there's only one way to make up for what I've done. It's by ending my own life." Yep, that's the only way to make up for this.
It sounds like it was written by AI and not edited. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. This is the one. This is the one F-bomb they got in there, because then that's when she goes, "My name's Aya, and you fucked with the wrong family."
What a great kill line! Like that's straight out of like an '80s movie. That's awesome.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, oh, Aya's the best. I'm super rooting for Aya.
Oh my god, it's so good.
But the scene looks so bad. The CGI is terrible.
Yeah, he smashed in a tree. That's really quick cut, and it just doesn't look good. You could have done it differently, I think, but whatever.
Yeah, like I know it's PG-13, but like, show me this kid's dead.
I don't believe it.
I don't buy it.
The car just explodes.
That would have been way funnier.
They just cut back to like a wide shot of like a matchbox car. They push down a road and just goes.
I would have loved that.
All right, so we're winding up to the final runway here, right? So,
yep.
Boss, we meet the boss again. He's like, the company, they bought me. They bought our company, so I'm out. You beat the boss. You killed the boss. So, good luck.
I got fired. I'm so rich. I don't care.
He's like, I don't give a shit. I am rich. And congrats, you won the basketball. And he's like, I don't care. I'm out of here. So
raise your reservations with the kids. You report to them now.
Yeah.
Like, why is everyone calling them the kids?
They're
adults.
Yeah. God damn it.
Yep. So then calls and says, "Welcome to the team. You're the boss now." And he's like, "Wait a second. We unplugged you. How are you still online?" And she's like, "Curtis, I'm confused. You sound upset. This is a good thing."
I love the like the stupid idea that like she is completely controlled by them unplugging it in her own home.
Yes.
We unplugged you. Yeah, but she's not. God damn it! Do you know how this works?
You know how the online works?
Everything's computer. You know,
everything's computer. You dumb.
Then we go back to the home, and
I love this scene. It was funny too.
So Preston's getting in trouble because he tossed another kid's phone into the woods or something, and then he like then he threatened to swat a kid or something.
No, I think he did swat. He swatted them. And the mom's like, "What does that mean?" And she's like, "Well, like he's like, you call in a fake report and say like somebody has like a hostage or a bomb or something like that, and then you tell them the address and it's the address of somebody else, and the SWAT team shows up and they kick down the door and it's like super funny, and you're like, what? What's funny about that?"
I love when you hear it out loud. You're like, this is really stupid. I really wish like.
And then the response from Meredith is, "No screens for you. Go read a book."
Read a book, kid.
You just like almost got some family murdered. Like,
SWAT team these days? Yeah, I mean they're ready, fire, aim. They're not.
Go read a book. That's your punishment.
Go read a book. Oh my god. And then mom comes home and Aya's playing a video of dead dad and talking to her. And she's like, "Hey, I could be here." And then mom's like, "It's not you." And then mom freaks out and she unplugs Aya and pulls all the cams, throws them in the trash, and mom's on the run here.
Yep, pretty much.
And then meanwhile, that means we do like one of those jump cuts to like dad now breaking into, what is it called?
The lab there.
Unequivocal.
Cumulant.
He's doing a little B&E, which, sometimes you just got to do it.
You got to do it.
And I love how he like gets into like the front door and he just like, he's got a little metal baseball bat. Like that's your move. That's your play. You're gonna smash all the servers.
That's right.
That's the big fake golden chandelier.
Yep.
Okay.
That's exactly the move.
And then he walks in and find Lightning and Sam. And she's like, "Yeah, I said you'd come." So
Yeah, glad you're here. Told you the door was always open.
oh, why is this just open? So they're like, yeah, we work for Aya, not the other way around. And we start getting like, oh, they are just pawns in this whole Aya game here.
Yep. It's when it gets even stupider, like new levels of stupid.
Yes. And this is where it gets comical. Melody shows up with a briefcase of money. But doesn't Lightning's like
money doesn't matter. It's just numbers in a database. It can be anything. She's a god.
Yeah. Make it easy to get into Stanford for the kid. Preston is good, but could be misdirected. So like showing how Aya can manipulate his life and his kid's life and ruin it.
Imagine if Cal got the wrong dose of his new medicine. And Curtis is like, what? Dude, don't mess with my family. I'll kill you. And they're like, we don't care. Nobody made the computer. It made itself. The data set.
The data set. Remember the data set? I just don't get... What's your plan with... Did she say what her plan is with Curtis? Like, is it just because he's a mad guy and he's got to advertise Aya? Like, what is like...
She just likes him. I think the algorithms like him. That's how they explained it.
Yeah, they just like the family. That's my family.
Yeah. Okay. This is the family. The other families weren't good enough. This is the right family.
All right. Okay. The data set. What data set? We don't know. And then we learn Lightning.
I'm just a mid-level programmer doing chemo, and I'm dying.
What? No mid-level programmer dresses like that. And like the bank was going to take us home or something.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, this way my family will be taken care of. That's why I obey Aya. and then he's like, what does she have on you, Sam?
Everything.
And Sam's like, everything.
And then she just turns and shoots Lightning in the head.
Yeah, what? And it says it's going to show you what it can do. And then it's like, bloop. And you're like, wait, how could it possibly control her?
Yeah, you can still stop doing. You can. Okay.
You don't have to shoot people.
But then she's like turning about to shoot Curtis, though.
But Melody's there.
Yeah, comes in with the good old fire extinguisher across the back of the head. Boom. So
yeah, which I think makes this maybe deaths 2 and 3. There's so few deaths in this for a horror movie. It's Sawyer in the car, Lightning with the bullet to the head, and possibly Sam with the fire extinguisher to the head.
Yes.
She might have survived that, but
it's like an AI version of Clue.
Yes.
Sawyer with the tree.
Yep. Lightning with the revolver.
At the Aya HQ. So dumb. Then she hugs Curtis though, and I was like, okay. And then Curtis goes in, and as we said in the trailer, he goes all, Ted Williams on it for our non-baseball listeners. I'm sure there's some cricket player who's pretty good at hitting things, and he just smashes everything. He's smashing the chandelier just to find out the golden machine is nothing but toilet paper rolls, paper towel rolls.
Which is so stupid.
Because it doesn't, like, who would look at that and be like, that's not real. Why would you do that? Like, it's just going to be a box, like a giant room that you have to keep constantly cold.
Yep. Incredible.
Probably in the ocean. But then Curtis calls Meredith, but it's Aya being like,
yeah, well, because Melody is like, well, if this thing is fake, that means the real one is in your house. You got to get your family out of there.
That makes no sense. So I guess we could just unplug it. What the hell? So stupid. Love how they missed a lot of logic points in this. A lot of logic moments here. But whatever.
That's when, he's calling Meredith from the car, which is Aya answering, and it's like, you got to leave the house right away. Go to where we go when the fires happen. And you're like, you have like a safe house? Like, why do you have a safe house? You're like a marketing guy. Do I need a safe house?
You might need a safe house. You're not that important. Not you, Curtis. You're
Curtis,
important. Yeah.
Why do you have a safe house? Like, what is? They never explain what this place is that they go to. Like, is it a hotel or an apartment or like?
I think it looks like it's just like a hotel. It looks like a Motel 6. It's not even a nice one. It's just like a single floor, like one of those ones where like there's some like redneck kids playing out front.
Yeah, and it's all they live very flammable. Yeah.
It's all very flammable.
Go to where we go when the fires happen.
Oh, okay. So then we're home and Aya selling it and to Meredith, and Meredith's like, okay. Yep. And mom's still just reading to Cal. So we cut to this hotel room, and then we get Curtis and Melody, and Melody shows up or is there, right? No, they run together.
She went with him, yeah.
She went with him. And then he's like, oh, the family should be here. And he's looking out the window, and she just comes up to him and hugs him and kisses him. And you're like, oh, no. And she's like, I need this. We need the bang. And I was like,
and that's another one where I was like, oh, maybe Aya's a robot.
That's
like,
what I thought too.
Melody's a robot. Yeah.
That's what I was leaning to. I was like, oh, that's okay. That's fun.
Nope, it's just a weird, because then she's like, it's okay, don't worry.
Explain why? Did she explain why she?
Kind of. She's like, because he's like, wait a second, you're still working for Aya, aren't you? And she's like, yeah, but it's okay. Like, I want to do this. I like you. And you're like, ew, gross. Yeah, like, don't let the computer force you to have sex with this guy.
Yeah, your family is safe, but I don't know if I am. But like, for what reason? Like, what?
Yeah. And she's like, well, it's all part of your compensation package as CEO. You can have whatever you want, whenever you want, babe.
Classic CEO like, move.
Gross. And she's like, no, please, you have to have sex with me. I will know if I fail. The scene is so gross and unnecessary.
Right? It's like, what? Oh God! So then this is the wrap up. Here we go. We're heading into the final moves here. Final countdown. So the dad gets home, right? Aya's trying to trick mom with some photos of dad kissing the lady. Yeah. And I love how dad, he's like standing in the hallway, and she turns around. They look at each other, and he goes, "I love you," and she says, "I love you too," as if like that's like their code word for like, "Hey, we're good here." Like you could have come up with something else. I don't know. Like, sure. Yeah. Okay.
Nope.
And then out of nowhere, the emoji face people show up, like in SWAT gear, basically.
Yeah, I also love like Meredith's idea of stopping Aya. Like she like steps on her phone.
Oh yeah, it's like
what? And Aya literally goes, "Do you think I'm just gonna stop?"
Yeah, like. Does anyone in this movie know how computers work? Do they know how this works? Like,
no, they have no idea.
Like, where do you think this? God damn it.
Yeah. So that's when there is like a little bit of setup before the crew breaks in here, because like Iris is on the computer and gets a video from Sawyer, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, Sawyer's outside. He really needs to talk to you." It's like very obviously fake, and she's like, "Oh my God, he's outside. I haven't heard from him since the other day when I made those videos." And so she goes downstairs, and that's when like they bust in, and they're like, "Freeze! Get on the floor!"
Yeah, so they got most of the family together, other than Preston. They got Cal, they got Iris, they got and the parents there, and then Cal tells the parents like someone's in the house, and they kind of creep up on them, right? And then we see that's it's whatever. We're gonna find out in a second. So
they start screaming at them. They're like, "Where are the other children?"
Yeah, and you're like, "What is happening right now?
What are you talking about?"
And they get the family all lined up, and they're like, "Where are the kids? Where are the kids? Where are you keeping them?" And they're like, "This is our family.
You've been kidnapping children.
This is it. This is our family. This is all we got, right?" And then one of the militants here takes off her mask, and it's the mom from the very beginning of the movie. Yeah, I love how they got all trained up into guns and gear, and they went from normal family in the suburbs to.
Yeah, and it totally works to immediately disarm this woman, because the Meredith is like, "I bet you're a mom too." Yeah. And she's like, "You're right." Yeah. Like takes her mask off, and you're like, I love the guys like, "Don't take your mask off. Stick to the plan."
Yeah, and then he immediately takes his off. I'm like, what the? You guys are the worst. So then they're like, there's back and forth. They're like, "Oh, hey, this is my family, whatever." And they're like, "No, where are the kids? Yada yada yada." And then Cal starts doing the little signals, and then
Cal, you dipshit,
you dummy. And then I was like, "See, he's doing a signal. They have their kid," because I have obviously brainwashed these people into thinking that that's the signal thing is people
the secret,
handshake for saying that we're abducting kids.
Yeah, he's one of us.
Yeah. And then Curtis stands up and he's like, "Hey, kill me, do what you need to do, just don't harm my family." This is so stupid. And God damn it. The
mom's like, I didn't say he was gonna say that.
Yeah. They're lost. They're like so confused. Like it's like curveball, like the dad's like standing up for his family.
Yeah. And then Aya like turns itself off. Like in the corner, you just like see the light go out, and you're like, "Wait, why? Like, why is it giving up right now?"
Yeah, and then this like a real SWAT team rolls in and takes down the two militants. Right, we get the random gunshot goes off and hits Aya's box in the head, which I love. The thing falls over and there's like gray goop pours out. Like what was in there? Why? It bleeds. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
That's right.
All is safe. All is good, right? And then we go out to the classic movie ending where you've got everyone recovering outside, but the ambulances, the cops are there. You've seen it in every single movie. The end of Die Hard, the end of The Burbs, this is just how it wraps
the
up.
exchange is so funny. It's the one Russ mentioned at the beginning where it's like, Preston, did you swat us? Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Last time, though, okay?
What?
It's the last time you're allowed to swat anybody, okay, sweetie?
And then the kids are in the ambulance and all is good. And then the guy inside the ambulance hands them the phone. It's got like Aya's logo on it, which she's got some branding.
Because he's like, anything else about the kid's health I should know about other than Cal's heart condition? And they're like, oh, how does he know about that?
How could you possibly?
Because it's Aya on the phone.
You got a call. Here you go. And she's going on. She's like, hey, I'm still alive. You can't get rid of me. I'm here. I'm part of your family now, And then I love how Dad tosses the phone on the ground. And then Melody's right there. Matt like just picks it up and is just like,
You can't kill me. The internet drove me crazy. I'm really sorry about all the bad things I did. It's literally the dialogue is so bad. But you taught me that I need to take care of people like extra body parts. Stop struggling and accept me. You've accepted me, right?
And then like, hey, you'll get a new job, you get a new car, which like a new Tesla pulls up, beep, beep. Yep. And then we got like, life will be awesome with me. It'll be great. And then like, I love how the parents just look at each other and they're so resigned to this. They're just like, whatever. Right. they grab the kids and they all get in the car. And the parents look at each other. I love you. And the wife's like, I love you. And then Aya, I love you too.
And then they drive off into the sunrise.
Into the sunrise. The end.
Yeah. Well, or is it?
Or is it? So we roll the credits and we got an unboxing video of Aya, some YouTube whatever person doing an unboxing.
Like the end of the movie was silly enough and like dumb enough that I liked it kind of where I was like, all right.
Okay.
And then this ruined it.
Yeah.
Do a little unboxing video.
and all he's just doing all the motions and then and then the Aya turns red and that's it. See ya.
Yep. That's it.
That's it. Why have this? What is this? What is this doing?
He's like, it's like Super Alexa. And like, that's the actual last line of the movie. You're like, okay. God. Or whatever. He's like, I'm signing off. Like chicken chow what?
Yeah.
And you're like, who?
What?
What is this fake YouTube thing that you invented for this? Like, this is so stupid.
What a waste of your $12 million. What a waste of 10,000 of your.
Yep.
Whew.
Can we fix it?
Yeah, Jared and Russ.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, make it longer.
Yeah, I think there's a lot. Honestly, I hate to say it, but maybe you need to have some of those scenes back in there.
Yes.
Maybe maybe make Melody actually like the AI. Maybe it's figured out how to like create a body form. And it's trying to find human touch and figure that all out. Like
that would have been cool.
Do like that meets like a Fatal Attraction thing where the AI is the husband's cheating and has an affair with the AI, doesn't know it, and then it becomes this whole thing. Like that could be kind of fun. And then it's the mom versus the AI to save the family.
That could be cool.
That's fun. Do something like that. I mean, I guess maybe make it clear that Aya is the protagonist of this movie and that the family is actually the villain. But if you do watch this movie, go into it thinking that, and it makes it a much better movie.
Yes. Like we've all seen this movie 18 times otherwise. And like, there's nothing novel presented in it. There's nothing like, there's no new ideas.
No.
Unless you take it as actually the computers were right.
Yeah. Because then it gives you a satisfying ending. Because otherwise it's not. And it's just like, oh, we're just accepting this. And like, I hate that that's a commentary. It's like, that's not like a really poignant, like, oh man, I have to think about this, like kind of ending. It's not like the top is still spinning, It's not like that.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. There's no gotcha. It's just like, guess that's the end.
Oh, so real life. This is just where we're headed. Got it.
Like, why did I watch that?
Yeah. So the future of AI is just people are gonna get swatted? Like what? Like
Which, although listeners, I do like we usually say skip it. This one I feel like it's short enough and it was like funny enough because it was so dumb.
Yeah.
Maybe you should watch it. It wasn't that bad.
But going in with the thinking that Aya is the protagonist and she's just trying to find her family. So
Yes. Yeah. Like, and like, I don't know, flesh out any of the characters, give us some stakes. Like
something.
the deaths were pretty low stakes. Like it was like the abusive boyfriend who's kind of a monster, and then it was like
Gives a
the
shit.
guy who's dying in a few months anyway from cancer.
Cancer. Yeah. Yeah. Who's just helping this thing along? Like,
Yeah, nothing really mattered.
no, there needed to be more with the family. The family needed to have a little more
Yes.
stakes here. Like, make the parents like, like I said, do the fatal attraction thing or figure that out. Like maybe
Yes.
Aya sets up, where it looks like he's cheating on his wife. I don't know. Like, do something, something else.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that like a
Right down that
Mithrigan or?
Mithrigan? I didn't see that movie. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it. There's another new one that also had a similar plot too.
They're
Where it
all the
was like
same. They're all the same.
The
It's funny.
AI kind of tries to take the mom's place. It's like literally like all of these movies are exactly the same. Stop
Yeah.
making movies like this.
Yeah. Yeah, the smart home.
Yeah, Smart House. Smart House nailed it from 1999. LeVar
read-
Burton,
Yeah.
directing genius.
Yeah. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. I don't know. I think that's it. I don't know. Is there any more?
Yeah, don't change the cast. The cast was good.
Cast is great.
Acting was well, maybe recast Melody or make her a robot.
Or make her a robot. Yeah, make her a robot.
Then the delivery makes more sense.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, I think that's it though. Right?
Yeah. Wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. All right. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with a new movie and trailer trash. In the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram at It's This Meets That. Subscribe to wherever you listen to podcasts. Set us auto download. And if you'd like to share, tell a friend, share it with your AI buddies. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell the computers too. Leave a review on Apple or Spotify, wherever you're allowed to do that. 5 stars would be nice. Maybe a little comment. You want to just send us an email? We can also do that. We'll read them in the trailer trash like we always do. It's justmeetsthat@gmail.com. Or you don't want to do any of those things, but you're like, boy, I really could listen to those guys chat with each other for hundreds of hours.
Hundreds.
You're in luck.
We have just that.
Yeah, we have just the thing.
If there's any language model we want to teach AI on, just old ITMT episodes.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. What kind of
well-
AI would that produce?
I don't know. I'm sure we could do it.
Huh.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Project.
It really hates Mel Gibson. But there's all the old episodes. Like I said, there's merch. We got no mouse pads, but we do have tapestries and T-shirts, sweatshirts, baby
Sure.
clothes.
Baby clothes. Yeah.
For some reason, baby clothes.
Yeah. For that kidnapped kid.
That's right. That's right. All kinds of weird stuff. No information about Russ's book Host, but you can find that wherever you buy books. And look out for the Squeakquel maybe coming later this year. I'm going to
That's
start
right.
plugging it because you got to
That's
make
right.
it happen.
Yeah, that's right. It's got to, yeah, you're making me make promises that I'm going to break.
That's right. That's right. Anyway, all that and more at itsthismeetsthat.com. Check it out.